Welcome back to the Talk of the Town podcast, post-match, Dunstable Town 2, Shefford 2. Steve-O, thoughts post-match, mate?
The opposite of probably Tuesday night in a little bit. I thought, first half, apart from the goal we conceded and a few moments, but we controlled the game and played some real quality. Which deservedly went in 2-1 in front. In a great finish by Jonah, the second goal. Really back in the score sheet, which was good as well. I thought, certainly in the middle thirds of the pitch, and I thought our quality was good, we moved the ball well. But we could have been better at the top end of the pitch still. I think we could have scored more goals in the first half with a little bit better decision making in some moments. But overall, I was pleased, but really mindful that they were causing us still a bit of a threat, and they were extremely high energy all day. They're fighting for their lives, and they showed it. That's how they played the game. But first 45, I was pretty pleased. I don't understand, and it's been a theme a bit this season. And I felt like we got out the habit of it, but we kind of crept back into it a little bit over the last month or so in terms of starting the second half slowly. We were awful to start that second half, and deservedly conceded a goal. And we haven't conceded 2 goals in a home league game since probably Harpenden, I think, if my memory is right on it. And obviously that was the last game we lost here in the league. And today we've conceded 2, and we probably could have conceded more at times. We played far too open. Our decision making defensively was poor. But that's not just on the defenders. That was for the whole unit in the second half. Just didn't compete, and really frustrated on that side of things. So look, at the end of the day, we allowed the game to get into a bit of a basketball game. I thought second half, back to front. Whereas in the first half, and like we want to normally, we play with some control. Definitely put 5 consecutive passes together in the second half, and that's not how we play. That's never been how we've wanted to play. So, yeah, frustrating afternoon. Look, we didn't lose. It's important to kind of mention that, because sometimes it can feel like a bit of a defeat when you've thrown away a lead. But we didn't lose. But we, it's a bit of an alarm for us to show that we've got to be better. And obviously that starts with myself in terms of what we're doing.
Does this game kind of highlight what you've said to me in the past? We have to be consistent with things we do. We've been on a really good run. We haven't conceded 2 goals at home for a while. Is that just something that still needs to get into this group of doing things consistently?
Absolutely. And look, it's not an excuse because they're out there playing, but at times younger players are going to be inconsistent by their nature. It takes time a little bit sometimes to build consistency, and we've only lost a couple of games over the last few months, so it'd be hard to be too critical of that. But doing the right things consistently is how you get results. And for periods of the game we didn't do that. And I think the other element of it is we didn't quite have the kind of the brains at times to recognise it in that second half. Probably we needed to slow it down a little bit, kind of get a bit of control back in the game, get back to playing our football, and then I'll impact the opposition a little bit in terms of how we were playing. Whereas kind of we allowed them to actually dictate the tempo of this game and make it a bit hectic. So yeah, look, that's an outcome of it. I obviously changed the team around a little bit today as well, and so we put some people in. I thought the lads who came in actually did really well, but that's an element to it as well. So yeah, consistency is not great. We have changed the team, and I thought I did think that some of our players looked like they played 3 games in a week. Towards the end game, we looked a little bit leggy in some areas where they had good energy, and they've had a bit of a break. Now, we've had breaks at times and started sluggish, and we've used that and said, actually, that's a difficult thing to do when you've got to come back after a break. So, full credit to them. They had a real energy about them all afternoon, and we just didn't quite match it. And like I said, I just don't think we played with the quality that we need to.
11 days now till we play again. We just said about Shefford and stuff, and us playing 3 games in a week. We've now got 11 days off. What's the focus for obviously the next week in training as we get ready for Wembley?
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously Wembley, it is the next focus. We train Tuesday and Thursday this week as normal. We can get some. We've got a couple of bodies obviously coming back. Jamie's suspension's now up, which is good timing. Frankie got through training well last week, so he'll come back into the fold. But I know that we've got some players that are missing for the Wembley game, so that's going to kind of enforce some changes as well. So, yeah, that'll be the focus, making sure that our preparation's right. We'll look at some of the things that we didn't do well enough today and try and address them. But we won't get too deterred from the main objective of what we're trying to do because of, so not even a bad result. It's just a disappointing way that we kind of gave away a lead, which is something that we don't like doing. So, yeah, look, we'll over analyze it. We'll analyze the areas that we should. We'll remind the lads in terms of the standards that we try to set. But we'll get Tuesday. Sorry, we'll come in. It'll be positive, and we'll be upbeat, and we'll get to work. And that's the best part. We're enjoying the challenge, and the challenges are there in front of us. We've seen today that we've got a lot of improvement still to make. The first thing that we'll do is do that on Tuesday night.
Yeah, last time from me, Steve. Is it a case of, like you say, maybe not over analysing a game? You know what I mean? It was a 2-2. It was a point. There can be times in football where I think it's a testament to how far we've come that we are sitting here now disappointed with a 2-2. But there are moments in football where you can over-analyse things. Is it really important that we focus on what we did wrong and we just go and fix it on the training pitch and move on?
Yeah, and I think sometimes if you over-analyse and you just look at yourself, you kind of don't then recognise potentially what the opposition did. And I give full credit to Shefford today in terms of they actually forced us to change our way of playing too much, and it forced. I think we changed too much of what we wanted to be able to do when we didn't need to, and we panicked a little bit at times. But that's full credit to them. Yes, there are absolute areas that we can improve upon, but there were good parts of it as well. So you're right. You can be disappointed and then, like I say, reflect too much on the things that you should have done better. We'll need to take a balanced approach to it. Look for what we could have done better. Recognise that it's been a good week. 7 points out of the 3 games. If you'd have asked me at the start of it, I'd have taken it. So that is a positive. But yeah, we'll just be disappointed, but we're not going to be down about it. We'll look forward. Great opportunity. Wormley's going to be a great test for us to go and play there. They're in a great season. It's an exciting opportunity for us, and so that's what we'll look to do.
Steve, as always, mate. Thanks for your time. See you Tuesday.